All right, new episode of Let the what are we playing? Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Yeah, we have a recently resurrected Zug Zug, but let's find out how this happened. Who is going to tell us what happened last time? Okay, Dobby was asleep. Beast did the previous one, I think.
Yes.
So it's about time for Tarek to recap.
Alright, I need to just think up what the fuck last session started. We started going back to the city where we got our lightning javelin and we got our reward for returning the horn, which was another mission to do with the horn, to take it to Mifrost instead and bring it to the queen. After that, we gathered support throughout the city and the temple and such to gain some help in dealing with the Cerberus in the Mithril mines. We managed to gain a couple of guards and the two people who helped us with the Woodlands Temple, which names I forget.
The Mossy Temple.
Mossy Temple,
Mossy
yes.
Temple, yeah.
And our merry gang of Chucklefucks then went off to the Mithril mines, where we managed to take down the Cerberus relatively easy. We made a deal with the Fire Salamander that he would help us for a year and then he would be free. And we told the dwarves that they can return there once again. And we then went on to Telamok, where we had Deimos gave his burnished coin, and then his personal coin, which had the gatekeeper tell him to go to the first tomb. And there we had Archilander, what's his name?
On the first tomb,
Yeah.
you found the tomb of Telamok Archelander.
Yeah. Who said that that Deimos is not one of his, but his brother?
Mm-hmm.
And then he tried to attack us.
Not all of you, especially
He
him.
tried to attack Deimos. Wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently we never met the loot guy. The flute.
You are correct. I missed the flute guy. Good call. Yes, on the way to Telamok, we found a satyr having one of the stolen flutes from Kira's band.
Mm-hmm.
After some light conversation that didn't really go too far, and him saying he was the protector of the ancient temple he was by.
Of Helios, the sun god.
Helios, yeah. Dedicated to Helios. We fought him and his mound. Tree mound, I think it's called. I don't know what they call it.
The sampling mound, yeah.
Yeah. After managing to defeat that, we bartered a deal to get the flute, in which he decided to break it instead. But Kira harvested the strings from it, so we still got what we wanted from it. And then we just let him live. So back to Telamok. Once we reached the second tomb, Sug decided it'd be a very good idea to touch the obviously trapped tomb that had the literal description of "Death awaits any who would desecrate the great warrior within," and proceeded to be buried in quicksilver and the door being locked. Him eventually dying to it. But Kira apparently had a resurrection scroll to bring him back. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. The second tomb. Yeah, go ahead, Beast.
I don't know if the harpies were important, but
They took 2 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you actually dodged the luring trap better than I expected. I will have to take that into consideration.
Don't worry, you can just put the exact same trap there on the way back. We'll fall for it.
Ah, you chuckle fuck, yeah.
Kinda agree with that one.
It's gonna work.
Alright, the second tomb. It belongs to Adonis New Dragon, Oathsorn of Raspitrion, most beautiful of Dragonlords. But someone took a special time out of his special time to add another note. If only his sword work had been as beautiful. Still, as we said, Beast touched the tomb. The Mercury trap activated, and Beast met his end in there. And while on the blackness he saw, on the vast darkness, he saw a light towards familiar figures, his family, that have been vanished without a trace from the face of the world. He heard Kira saying something, making a chant, making a spell, I don't know. And when he opened his eyes, he saw Dobby giving him mouth to mouth. Breath returned to his chest, and he pushed Dobby out of him, away from him. And that's where we left it. You also see Kira visibly exhausted, and the scroll on her hands no longer has any runes or carvings on top of it.
What did you do, Kira?
I was saving this for a rainy day. I knew you heroes would actually need it at some point, but I didn't expect that soon.
Wait, what did the scroll actually do?
This scroll had the divine essence of the five. It's blessed by the five, and it would be able to bring one soul back from the death before Lutheriel can claim it.
He actually died? You actually died, Beast? Sug.
Apparently.
Why do you need to touch it? It says it's cursed. Don't touch it.
Must touch.
If you touch it, you die. Questions?
As Demos is exploring this, though, he says that he doesn't see any other trap in here.
I'm not falling for that one.
Yes, I'm falling for it. I'm opening it.
Alright. You open the marble sarcophagus, and you see the skeleton wearing an ornate breastplate and having an ornate sword on his side. Apparently, based on the artwork around the tomb, these are the same breastplates as the person depicted on them, which you assume to be Adonis. They seem extremely expensive and well made.
I'll just go AFK 2 seconds while you guys kill yourself.
We never kill ourselves.
You did last session.
No, it's not me.
So, Zug and Demos are admiring the sarcophagus, the ornate gear, but Demos is just exiting the room. Afraid of the description, apparently. And Kira shouts to you, Beast, I don't have another.
Back. He actually tried to touch it, wasn't he?
Nah, he's just admiring them at this point. He hasn't said anything. Maybe some minor brain damage from the asphyxiation, but you
Nothing
also
I
feel
wasn't there
exhausted.
before.
Zug, you also feel exhausted from this death experience. So, what do you want to do? Throw a history and an arcana.
Oh my god.
I mean, you are very exhausted by your ordeal, so you cannot actually concentrate that much into inspecting the gear. However, they seem to be of very good quality, as expected of a man of the stature of a dragon, of the Dragonlord you see around you.
Can I summon this great spirit of this fallen warrior or whatever?
Do you know how to do that?
No, can somebody else do it?
Kira just shrugs. Lorea just says, eh? Demos is looking at his blade and saying, no. What are you talking about, man?
No.
So maybe Dobby knows.
I have no clue.
So no one
Damn
knows.
it. Oh great, Dobby summoned the great spirits.
I have no clue how to do it.
You must know a way, you have magic.
Kira suggests that the description is actually dangerous. Death awaits any who would disturb, and we advise just to put the lid back on and go further in.
I died already anyway.
Mm,
That awaited me already.
but as you saw, Kira says, there are worse things than death. Do you remember the thief? The grave robber at Astoria? Do you prefer to die starving? I will not be able to save you a second time.
How did he die?
Who?
The grave robber?
The curse of the grave robber, as long as you have the item and you cannot give it away willingly, you are unable to eat anything. You literally die from exhaustion.
And is there a way to ignore the curse?
I mean, the curse of the grave robber exists only if you steal something from the grave of a warrior or any site blessed by the gods. So you would just have to return the item and beg forgiveness from the gods. But
But what if I don't steal it and
Go on, find your bullshit.
yeah,
item.
just ask permission?
ask permission for the corpse. But silence does not mean agreement.
I mean, that's why I want to summon spirit.
Yeah, but I mean, do you want to go to the gatekeeper, to the lich?
Yeah. Yes.
Kira is looking at the others.
Oh no, I enjoy watching this. As long as I'm not pulled into it.
Same here, I can just...
Kira says, okay, I thought we were on the same side. Okay, go for it, beast.
Yay.
Did you just walk up to the ancient skeleton and go, yo, bro?
Alright, you can see the keeper standing guardian over the bridge on the distance. You haven't progressed that far yet. Do you want to approach him and ask him?
Yes.
Alright, you approach the keeper. He doesn't recognize your presence, he doesn't even look at you.
I walk up to him and slowly.
Hmm?
Where is he actually? Oh, there.
Where is he?
I can keep my distance like hello. You
I stay off in China.
Mm-hmm.
He still doesn't notice me.
As you approach closer, he turns to you without making any sound.
I have a question, if you don't mind.
He keeps looking at you.
Is there a way to actually like take items, or is it like very bad? Or a way to prevent the curse?
He looks at you and he tilts his head to the side, as if curious about what you are asking. You hear something in your head, a subtle voice, a raspy voice. Take only what is given. And he turns to watch the bridge again. Ever vigilant guardian of this place, of the necropolis. This unfamiliar figure.
So I can't ask him anything else?
I mean, you're free to do whatever you want.
Is there a way to talk with the dead, basically?
He's not responding. But you hear on your mind, they always listen. What is dead may never die.
So, guess that's kind of useful. So I go back to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you get what you wanted?
Think so. I mean, if they are listening anyway.
Demos asks you. We didn't hear anything. What did he tell you?
What did you just say?
Demos asks because no one else heard anything.
Oh.
What did he tell you? What do you mean they always listen? Are you crazy?
He says the dead always listen.
They're dead.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Kira says that's a necropolis, the city of the dead. So, yeah.
So Deimos, maybe your dead brother was also listening, or
I mean,
father, or whatever. Yeah.
we will have to find his tomb first to see. So, Kira asks to Zug Zug, what do you want to do with with the weapons and armor of Adonis?
I don't know.
So,
Maybe it will be useful.
I mean, you wanted to steal them, so
I said I'm not stealing it. I'm trying to ask permission.
Kira,
And what answer have you been given?
That the dead are always listening.
that doesn't sound like permission, buddy.
No.
Oh, but if I go back, maybe he will show up somehow.
Mm-hmm. That's a very solid plan, says Kira. Okay, you do that, and let the rest of us just go.
we'll just watch.
Yeah, we'll stay off here, very far away from a
Mhm.
safe distance. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Everyone is taking steps back. Loria is eating from Kira's bag of popcorn.
Can I have some too?
Yeah, sure. It's endless.
This is the best magic item we have.
Yeah. Kira does a high five.
How was this the guy or girl, I don't know, called that was buried here? Dragonlord?
Adonis.
Adonis?
Yeah, says Kira with a full name. With a full mouth.
Oh great,
The full
Adonis. How can I prove that I'm a greater warrior just like you? Little bit silly to look people looking at me like and I hope you can make an appearance for me.
As you ask that, you notice that the skeleton does not move at all. You stay silent to try to listen of something like the voice of the guardian in your head. But the only thing you are able to hear is the sound of four mouth, five if the beats, chewing popcorn. As you look at them, Kira gives you a high five, a thumbs up.
I'll also ask, can I have permission to use your weapons?
You keep hearing the popcorn sounds, but the skeleton is unmoving. You also notice some things. You also notice something in the drawings. Almost everywhere, he stands alone as a Dragonlord. There doesn't seem to be any other Dragonlord in the drawings. It's everything about him. On the previous one, you saw on Telamoc's tomb, you saw an army on his side. Here, you only see him fighting and doing whatever he is in the great battles. He is the emphasis, not the other Dragonlords.
So he's the strongest. I know you are the strongest of them all. Teach me.
And to be honest, I don't know why you would like the short sword. I mean,
I know.
You think about why do I go to Swedish? You're just gonna fucking try to sell it. Let's be real. I know you well enough.
you hear no response.
Did you win?
No.
Are you winning, son? Says Kira.
Maybe you should try again.
Kira says in a low voice, if we leave, he might not even notice us.
What?
What?
I don't hear what you're saying because I mainly just hear Green's mother's vacuum cleaner.
No, it's a fan because
I said what I said. So can you repeat what you said? That's Kira there.
Do you think that if we go to the next tomb, he will notice?
Probably
I give up.
not.
Are you not even going to close the tomb?
Yeah, sure. I'll close it again.
Good boy.
Runs out sad.
You're gonna do that on every single tomb. You have like 11 more to try on. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kira says maybe someone actually responds. I don't know. But don't be sad, Zug Zug.
Maybe I'm not worthy of this one.
Okay, let's go to the next one. And it's a good one.
You know, maybe you could have just tried it a different way.
I mean, then you try.
No. I have no interest in doing it.
On the
Feels
next
like I'm not telling you to cast spells. Sorry.
On the next tomb, the inscription reads Estor Arkelander, Oathsworn of Arkirania. Disturbing images adorn the walls of this tomb. Rather than heroic battles like you saw on the previous two, the carvings largely depict a man slaughtering unarmed dryads and satyrs in gory detail. Clear pain and fear mark his victims' faces. In one panel, his dragon companion appears to beg for mercy on behalf of a group of nearby creatures. In the middle, there is a blood-red marble sarcophagus bearing the same man's image in the center of the room. You see both Lorea and Kira having pained expressions while looking at those depictions.
I mean, that's the guy that killed Demetria's sister, right?
Yeah, says Kira. And Deimos, this is your ancestor. Good job there, buddy.
Yikes.
But that makes some sense. Maybe why Telamok wanted to end the line.
Because of his ancestors' legacy.
Yeah, but I mean, as we all know, King Akastus of Mitros is the last known descendant of Estor. I mean, Estoria is named after Enstor. I don't know if I would actually blame Dimitria for wanting to do what's planned to do.
Yeah, but it sort of makes it a bit tough for us either way.
Yeah, that's true.
And I have a feeling that he is not too fond of responding about his boat.
Well, the last time he was sighted, he was captaining his ghost boat of Ultros. So as we know, the only person that might know where it is is the king of Mitros.
We're in no rush to find it.
I mean, Dobby and Zug need something from islands. And with the current state of the oceans, with Sidon's fury, Ultros is pretty much the only boat that can navigate those seas.
Yeah, and we cannot use the Ultras.
Maybe we should think of doing something about that.
I just look towards the tomb because we need to destroy the boat. I'm just like waiting for the impending shitfest. Because this was the guy who built it, right?
Estor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not with his hands, but he provided the materials to the craftsman. According to tales, says Kira.
Does anything happen when I mention that part?
No, I mean, what do you mean? Inside the tomb?
Yeah, I half expect him to attack me.
No, I mean, you are all around there and you don't hear anything. Nothing is happening.
But we're open for any ideas that will help us to avoid having to do it.
I mean,
Oh well.
Kira says that the only way to do that is either to renegotiate the deal, the oath you all saw with Dimitria, or just do it. You do not want to be an oath breaker, especially with Dimitria. She's an ancient dryad, so the Furies might take special account for that, and retribution might be swifter than you think.
Yeah, I have no intentions of going against it.
So you really need to think something. Because it looks more and more based on your vision also that you will definitely need the boat.
I have no fucking clue.
We know Dobby.
Deimos, enarmored and sickened by this, is thinking of opening the sarcophagus.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I just say just do it.
Of course. No. If you're gonna tell him to do it, you're stepping in there as well.
Zug,
Then.
help me. The two of you push the crimson marble sarcophagus. It slides open. What you see inside horrifies you. It is empty.
Is he behind me?
No, he's not. I'm behind you.
No, he was driving his boat, right?
Yeah, he was drifting the seas.
Yep.
15?
Φιλέα drift. Need for
So
speed.
he's basically an undead.
Kira just shrugs. I mean, at this point, I don't know what is truth and what is myth. Maybe Acastus know more. I mean, he's obsessed with resurrecting the Dragonlords. Investigating more into the history. Maybe Valus, his wife, the goddess, will also know more about that. But Loria just steps outside, unable to stay in this tomb, seeing her people being slaughtered mercilessly. And Kira is cold, reacts very coldly to the revelation that the tomb is empty.
You already knew it would be empty, didn't you?
Based on the tales, yeah, I had my suspicions that this bastard is still alive, or whatever you can consider alive, and he might be an obstacle for you heroes taking the Ultros.
An obstacle, or maybe something we can use?
I
You
don't
reckon?
know. The only thing I know is that at one time Versi had a prophecy for Estor.
Oh,
He would
tell me
only
more.
die by his own weapon.
That I have heard.
Yeah. Let's leave this place, Kira suggests.
Yeah.
Who is the last one to leave the tomb?
I would assume it would be Sug because he needs to close the door.
Oh
I mean, there is no door. Basically, it's open.
no. He means a catacomb, like the tomb we opened.
Yeah, Demos and you both slide it back. You close the lid. And Demos suggests that he's going to stay here and look into the murals, the images more. Try to discern something.
Are you sure you really want to look at those images more?
I have to know. I have to know more about the history of my lineage. This might have to do something with my mother's death. I have to know.
Very
I
well.
simply have to know.
Very well, very well.
Okay, Zug, you go out. Dobby and Tarek,
Yes.
throw a perception check. Kira is just looking sadly at Demos and also turns to leave. You both notice that Kira spits on the grave before she turns around to leave.
Spits on the grave or
Yeah, she spits.
speaks? Okay. Interesting.
You have history with it, Kira? With him?
Nah, just say I don't like butchers. And what those people suffered. I can't even imagine that. Apparently, not all Dragonlords.
Can I incite her on that? Because I still think she has something personal to do with it.
Yeah, certainly you can incite.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, you could even use a hero point. Let me actually tell you if that would be.
It's a D6.
Wait. Let me tell you if that will actually be useful or not. It might very well be useful.
Sure.
A very high roll will actually tell you a correct reading on the situation.
Oh, I can't just click on them to use them?
Oh, you can't?
No.
Fuck, I have to refix them with the new update. In any case, roll 1d6. I will adjust the other ones.
Oh damn.
There you go.
through her expression, her pained and cold expression, she's telling the truth, but she's definitely hiding something more. You might see some guilt on her face, but it fades quickly as she moves going towards the next tomb.
Alright. I don't say anything. I just follow along.
Did she sail with him?
What?
Did she sail with him or helped him in any way?
Do you ask her that?
Should.
You know that this was 500 years ago, right? Do I look like a sailor?
No.
I'm too pretty to be a sailor.
But-
Come on. Be
That's a
serious,
bit
Zug Zug.
rude.
Be serious,
Kinda-
Zug Zug.
We kinda don't know a lot about you.
You don't know things about Kira? The best poet of Mitros. The head poet of Mitros, actually.
The what?
I am the poet of... okay, I forgive you since you are from the plains up north.
Don't you know of me? I am the most famous poet. The what?
Okay, what?
Don't worry, Zug Zug. I forgive you. You are from the plains. You are from a village. You don't know things. How things work here. I am the poet of Mitros. The grand poet of Mitros, actually.
How did you get such a title? Because you started off in a band, you said.
No, the band was afterwards. While I was teaching at the Academy of Mitros Music and Poetry, we just banded with my students and decided we need to spread up the music and the teachings of music to the four corners of the world. That's why we are called the Four Winds: North, South, West, and East. How this ended, however, that's... Let's say that the travels change people. No one returned the same person as it was before.
Who were you before, though?
She turns around and she turns back to you with a different face. I mean, different expression. I'm Kira. Seeing that her joke didn't actually have any impact.
Tark just looks serious.
Okay. I mean, I'm Kira.
Huh?
I mean, you might be acting a bit too tough, right?
A bit what?
Too tough?
What the fuck is Dutov?
Tough? Am I?
Tough.
Sorry, it's his dialect. Too tough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
You
speak...
know, as yourself said, he's from the plains.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Also, I have a great idea for Sug Sug. We tape the Horn of Balmitra to his missing part. So he can have two horns again.
I mean, the horn is bigger than both of his horns combined, so... But
It's gonna look very funny then.
Lorea is all up for this idea. Kira also. She actually reaches into her bag and gets some tape out. It's a magical glue, yeah, from another world.
Right, makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh no, it's the glue that doesn't split. Or separate.
Demos comes here and says, "Can you please, guy, take it somewhere else? I'm trying to read here, and I can't read."
Yeah, we know you can't read.
Get out of here! I'm trying really
Alright.
hard.
Alright, Arnold.
Yeah.
Get out!
And I assume you move to the next tomb.
Yep.
I mean, what I meant, she's acting tough, she's hiding something, because she's clearly emotionally hurt or something.
Ugh.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you be after you witness firsthand? Didn't you see the depictions, the paintings? All those poor people dying. I mean, he was a Dragonlord. He was
Is there
supposed to be a champion of the people.
Is there anybody you actually knew, like, very good or something that died by him?
I do want to mention one thing to you, Beast. You don't know the result of my insight check. So you don't know that she is hiding something.
Oh.
But still, asking that, I mean, she will certainly reply, Zug Zug, focus. That was 500 years ago. Do I look 500 years old?
I mean, no, but
Not looking like it doesn't mean you aren't.
Uh-huh.
True enough, I mean, this beauty would not be 500 years old, right?
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, and we know you like to say that.
What, that she's a beauty or that she's not?
No, who knows?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Suck just fucks off. Bye.
Confused.
Sucks confused. He damages himself in confusion.
I mean, he only has 1 hit point right now, so he might actually kill himself if he overthinks.
I might actually just like walk off here by mistake.
It's actually mountain wall.
Oh.
It's not a
You're
chasm.
saying that like that's gonna stop him.
Fair enough. So, do you want to move to the next tomb?
Yes.
The next tomb. Okay. The inscription reads Rison Phobos, Oathsworn of Sivolcorax. Death awaits any who would desecrate the great warrior within. As you enter the tomb, you see that it is lined with murals of grand battles. The murals feature an imposing woman riding a bronze dragon, leading armies, heroic warriors. The main panel, the bigger panel behind the tomb, depicts the heroic warrior triumphing over a group of formidable-looking minotaurs. 6 minotaur skeletons are arranged like guardians around the sarcophagus, which has been painted with the likeness of the woman of the murals. So you see the tomb, and there are 6 standing minotaur skeletons standing guard around it. They do not move.
Yet.
Ah, she says. There we go. Now that is a worthy Dragonlord, says Kira.
What can you tell us about him?
Rison was one of the riders, of the original riders that came to Thilea 5 centuries ago. And she was a rival of Xander, according to the tales. She was largely responsible for the defeat of the Minotaur armies in the First War. She was a grand woman and an honorable woman. Not like this fucker Estor.
Tarek just nods.
I mean, imagine, he says, she was a rival of Xander, the first Dragonlord. Just imagine how powerful and virtuous she would be.
Well, I cannot really put on paper how big or strong Sandros was. I didn't know him. It happened 500 years ago.
Yeah, fair.
But if you happen to know any more, please tell me.
I mean, I know only what I have read in the library of Mitros, and everything I've heard on my journeys on my travels from the stories. Quite possibly only the gods may know more about them. Valus, Pythor. But even they, according to tales, they just arrived after all the Dragonlords were killed in the Grand Battle of Praxis. So even they might not know more about those things.
That's interesting.
But still, there should be some ounce of truth in the stories, right?
Yeah, there's always a little bit of truth.
I'm glad you agree, Dobby. So Zug Zug, Kira looks at you, L'Oreal looks at you, everyone's looking at you, the skeletons are looking at you. Do you want to open the tomb?
I leave the room.
Kira leaves room, L'Oreal leaves room, even Dobby leaves room.
I pay my respects to the 6 fallen minotaurs. Standing guard.
You also... Zug Zug, roll me history.
It's gonna be bad again.
It's your
Oh.
grandma.
Man,
You come to a conclusion.
You are very confused right now. 1 in 3, come on, I can't do anything for that. But you also know the name of Reason Phobos as something to be feared in the Minotaur culture. All the Minotaur tribes that were aligned with the Titans were defeated by her. But she is still considered a worthy adversary. Maybe this is why the 6 Minotaurs are guarding her tomb. Symbolically, of course, as they are still not moving.
Supposedly.
So, Zug Zug, do you want to open the sarcophagus?
I have a feeling once I fucking open this thing, these 6 skeletons will move and kill me again.
You
No,
may,
I don't know. What makes you think that?
you may certainly try that.
Why would you think that? Like, they would never touch you.
Can I like magically disable the minotaurs first, the skeletons?
Magically disabled. Put them in a wheelchair.
How would you actually do that? Do you have this knowledge?
Do I?
You can barely count to 10. And that's because you have 10 fingers. You are a barbarian.
I do it the zigzag way. I take the skulls and throw them off.
Wait. What are you going to do exactly? Tell me. Please tell me what you are going to do.
I pick up the 6 skeletons and throw them off the cliff.
So you want to try to touch the first skeleton? Is this what I'm hearing?
Sure, I'll touch one of them.
As you try to touch them,
It's just looking at them.
yeah. Do you actually touch it or you are trying?
I'm trying.
As you are moving your hand closer, you don't sense anything. You don't see anything happening. Kira is saying, guys, this will be epic. Look. Are you actually going to touch the skeleton?
Sure.
The moment you touch the skeleton, he grabs your hand.
Oh, hello.
The other skeletons begin moving.
The other Skeletors.
Actually, let's make them medium-sized. Because I want to fit 6 bad boys here.
We're gonna need to help him, don't we?
Like always.
Already dead anyway.
You're not helping your case. You're definitely trying. I love this. We're having very big Minotaur fight where everyone is tiny. Map just really zoomed out, okay?
Okay. He tries to grapple you. He grabs your hand. Roll either acrobatics or athletics. Oh shit, okay, no matter what I rolled 24, so you are grappled.
Okay, wait.
Oh my fucking god, you were so close to actually...
Wait. Fuck you.
You escape the fucking grapple. As he tries to grab you, you move out. You see the others are preparing their weapons. They are raising the axes. What do you want to do?
I run out for a second.
For a second.
You see that they assume the previous position. And they stand motionless guarding the tomb. Do you want to try again?
Surely this time they won't attack you.
Can I like somehow throw a spear to them and I just blast them away?
Alright, I'm leaving.
Yeah, Kira says, I will watch from here. Good luck, Zug Zug.
Damn it.
I believe in you. From a safe distance.
So are you going to do it? Throw the spear?
I'm just curious. Can I inspect the tomb slightly better?
You can certainly try. Just tell me what you want to do.
I'm just not touching the skeletons.
Certainly, you can go in and watch the paintings if you want. Or you can even touch the sarcophagus. Do you?
Can I somehow disable these skeletons?
Tell me what you want to do.
I mean, at this point, I say give him investigation so he can fail that one too.
I mean,
But it's up to you.
I'll take my distance and poke them once with my spear, looking if they move. I keep my distance though.
So you want to hit them with a spear.
Poke them, not hit.
What do you mean poke? I mean,
The other side of your weapon.
Yeah, with the blunt side or something.
Okay, you
like.
have to be 10 feet away. You are.
What weapon are they using?
Like,
You see them holding great axes. You just poke him, and you don't see anything happening.
okay, so I can blast them. They don't move with the weapon contacts.
Kira asks Tarik, do you have something to bring him back from the dead because I'm fresh out of it?
I have a healing potion.
Yeah. Dobby, do you have a healing potion?
I don't think so.
No. You got it, Zug Zug.
We believe in you. From a safe distance.
Lore asks Kira, should we write a song about how Zug Zug died? I mean, Kira says,
Yes.
let's go.
I say yes, remember me, as I use my thunder spear on the back one.
Fucking do it, you fucking pussy. You hit him. He's badly injured. Also, those two need to roll saving throws, dexterity saving throws, and they will take damage. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. And the moment you do that, you see they are preparing their weapons.
You cannot use slasher, buddy, because this weapon doesn't do slashing damage.
Did I?
You posted it in the chat.
I need the beer back.
What?
You just posted it in the chat, so I mean.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, what?
Zug Zug, you throw. What do you want to do?
Bye.
You see that they do not follow you. But they are no longer on the restful stance. Their great axe is on both hands. They are ready. And your lighting spear is stuck on the one on the back.
Yeah, I was about to say, he didn't get the spear back, did he?
No.
Oh. Okay, I'm throwing other spears now.
How many of these do you have?
He has 4.
Not for long.
Is that 30 feet or how much? Yeah, that's 30 feet. I should still have like a good advantage.
You hit him.
Any movement?
No? They are ready. You have 3 spears left.
I'm cheesing this. Don't worry, boys.
You have 2 spears left.
Don't worry, boys. Fuck.
You have 1 spear left. You have no spears left.
What's your plan now?
Actually, javelins, not spears. Spear you only had 1. So right now you have no spears. You throw your spear and you miss. You have no javelins and no spears. You also throw the adamantine spear, okay? And it misses.
Fuck.
Are you gonna throw away everything you have of value?
And right now, the only weapon you have on your body is your halberd.
Dobby, can you throw some spells at them?
Adobe's currently AFK.
You can throw some spells at them. You can keep your distance.
I am not disturbing the graves. I have a bit of respect in my body. especially if they chose to come here to protect someone they consider a worthy foe. To attack them to just the sake of it would be incredibly disrespectful.
So,
And I would like
so
to not be
Zug Zug,
cursed.
what do you want to do?
I don't want to get my weapons back.
You can certainly try that.
How?
Go pick them up.
Uh.
I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Oh, can I use an acrobatic roll to dodge them all?
They are here.
Yeah, but can I like do an acrobatic roll to dodge the skeletons, pick my weapons up, and run?
No, because acrobatic doesn't have anything to do with if I'm
No, no,
back
no, no,
hits or
no,
not.
no, no, no,
Oh, you can?
no, no, no. I will accept that. But you are going to do it no matter what. No matter your roll, you are going to try to dodge them with an acrobatic roll and see if you can reach them, and they will be attacking you with disadvantage if you actually succeed the acrobatic roll. If you fail it, as you see, you might fall prone there and be at the mercy of 6 skeletons.
Can't he just walk in with dodge? Then?
Go,
Fuck it.
go, go.
Going. I'm
As you are
going.
going there, they all raise the great axes and hit you. The first one misses you.
Fuck me.
The second
Yep,
one
bye
misses
guys.
you. The third one
Hits me.
hits you.
I'm dead. Bye guys.
And you fall prone, wounded.
Another Minotaur statue now.
You are
They
wounded
keep-
right now, bleeding on the floor. Throw a death saving
Grab your
throw.
shit and get out of there.
He can't. He can only prone 5 feet. And you see that the skeletons are following you with their spears. Maybe if you move more than what you should, they might actually kill you. Throw a death saving throw.
Oh. Which one was that again?
Attributes, death saves. Click on death saves.
If I step in here, does any of them react?
No. They are focused to him.
Attribute.
2 of them start looking at you.
I don't see that. Where can you see that actually?
No, death saves. There is below resource 1, death saves. Attributes, death saves.
When they're looking at me, do they do it in any hostile way?
They are completely hostile to anyone in this room at this point.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going in then. Sorry, Beast. You brought this upon yourself. It literally said that death awaits anyone who would desecrate it.
I
You
don't
did
see
it.
no.
For the second time.
I mean, the only one that can save you right now is Dobby.
Dobby's AFK, so should we maybe wait for Green to come back?
I mean, he can teleport me out. He can see me.
So that Dobby can, or so that the Green can actually do the choice himself?
Yeah, he slightly can see you. Okay, I will throw the save for you. You failed.
Don't see it though. Where is it?
Click on your character sheet, go to attributes.
I'm looking at attributes. I see the skills like.
No skills. Go to the right side, you will see resource 1, resource 2, resource 3.
Oh yeah.
Below that, death saves.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's clickable. You will see that you have failed 1 and succeeded 0.
Yeah.
Beast, are you back? Green, are you back? Green?
I don't think so. So we just wait for him?
I mean,
I'm bleeding out on the ground on my weapon, so I pick up my weapon.
oh no, you are not going to do that. You will
I would
throw,
recommend that you wait for Green.
because you are moving towards the weapon, you will throw me investigation.
I'm throwing an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Oh god.
In case green decides to pull you out, you have grabbed one item. Then let's see which item you drew.
Oh, it's random.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh boy, have you missed the spicy stuff?
Yeah, I needed to help my mother. So.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. Can you see Zug Zug unconscious there?
What
Zug
the
Zug,
fuck did he do?
tell him what you did.
He's working overtime to commit suicide.
What the fuck am I watching?
You saw Zug Zug trying to masterfully not evade the skeletons so he could go back there and grab his javelins that he threw.
Interesting.
It didn't go too well.
Yeah, now he's prone there. You can see him. You are the only one that can help him right now.
Wait, I'm the only one?
Mm-hmm.
What? How the fuck do I help this guy? Yeah, suicide issues. What do you mean?
You have a vortex pinnacle.
But he's in. Oh, you mean like that?
If you don't use it, he might die. If you do use it, he still might die.
And you intervene.
And you intervene. I will give you 30 seconds to decide. Because the nearest Minotaur is raising his great axe towards Beast.
This is some proper slow motion.
30, 29, 28, 27. And you vortex rack, magic mist surrounds Beast. And you bring him outside.
Oh, but he succeeded a save.
I mean, he can choose to fail, so.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. I wanted to give that slight second of panic to Beast. I
Beast,
don't think I did.
on your arms, on your hands, you see you grabbed one spear.
which one?
Which one do you think with your investigation?
What is your better arm? Huh?
Throw an investigation?
No, you threw investigation, it was 0.
Oh. My
That
bad.
usually means you got the good stuff.
On your hand, you are holding a simple javelin.
Which one?
Womp womp.
A normal one.
Oh god.
The rest of your weapons are still there.
Throw it again.
Also, you are still unconscious and dying, so you will throw another saving throw because no one helps you.
I mean, I'll run over here then to cast it on him.
Nah.
I didn't really know that we were already like back in moving time.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so you are stabilized. You are stable, but you are not alive. But you are not. You are sleeping right now. On 0 hit points. So the rest of you, do you want to stay here until he recovers on his own? It's basically a short rest.
Wait, the things didn't attack us?
Why should they?
They don't leave the tomb.
Yeah, just fire spell them, but nobody wants to.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
just save
desecrating the tomb.
I saved your ass first, so.
Wait, Dobby, do you want to throw spells at them?
I mean, I can't. Let's.
Yeah. Okay. Kira is going back. Laura is going back.
I'm gonna try to like drag him away, Sug over here.
Okay, you drag Zagzag here.
Give me like.
Can Dobby teleport my weapons out?
No.
Only living matter?
I can do find familiar, and my familiar can maybe carry it.
It's only creatures. I mean, you can certainly try. I mean, right now.
Actually, sorry. I will walk over here, and there you go.
Oh, you have me? Oh yeah,
I
mage
summon
hand,
a mage hand. It walks in, grabs the weapon, and walks back out.
I will do it too. We will get all the weapons.
There you go.
I forgot I had mage hand.
Like,
As you try to do that, you see that the Minotaur places his great axe on top of the spears. And your mage hand does not have the strength to remove them.
You know what one is it?
This one.
He's near dead already.
You know what?
Alright, Dobby, I have an idea.
Go screw yourself.
Okay.
No, not that!
The moment you do that, all of them look at you outside.
Why would you do that?
Let's fucking go. I mean,
You said you had an idea. I had an idea too.
remove.
Yes, you can usually say your idea before doing it.
True.
I am surrounded by idiots.
Let's fucking go. The moment
One
your
guy.
fireball hits, you see their eyes, the skeleton eyes, glowing red. Glowing fiery balls of fire.
Wait, Tom, a question.
Yeah.
All the spells that I have in my spellbook at the moment, can I use them, all of them?
What you have prepared.
I don't remember what I had prepared.
You can
If
see.
you go into spellbook, you can click on prepared, and it will only show you the prepared ones.
Prepared. Oh, here. No, I don't have it.
Okay, this one. Moves through his friends and stops here. Next one. It's this one. Comes here, and swings his great axe on you. But it means, okay, let me see, do you have mage armor? Because, you have removed your mage armor for some reason. Okay, cool.
I did last time. Because it was unfair that you had it on the whole time.
No, I mean, that's your
It had
spell.
you pay for it.
I know.
It's not unfair. It's not unfair. It's a magical spell.
Why am I moving?
I don't know. I'm not moving you.
You are running away from your problems again, eh?
Oh, no, I know why.
He slides the great axe towards you. And he hits you. Next skeleton comes here on the entrance. And he tries to grapple you. Oh shit. You can escape using, you can counter by using athletics or acrobatics.
You're very good at both of those, so I'm sure this will go fine.
And hit, you are grappled.
You're
See?
fucking kidding me.
If only you had, like, Misty Step now.
I know, right?
Tarek, your turn.
Uh,
You don't see anything moving against you. Their eyes are solely focused on Dobby.
Now, I need to deal with the moral dilemma of, is this really my problem? As I'm stuck with two people who, after touching a tomb that it says death awaits anyone who fucks with it, they touch it, they get the consequences, then they reach another tomb that says the exact same thing, and they go, well, surely not this one.
Dobby, throw me 1d20. Because I definitely can roll your initiative. Okay, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
Tarek is gonna piss off.
Alright, you move, you don't see any attacks of opportunity. This Minotaur is coming here. And this Minotaur is coming here. Dobby, you are restrained by this Minotaur. What do you want to do?
How can I get the fuck out?
You can attempt to escape from the
Do
grapple.
you don't have Misty Step, do you?
I do.
You do? Then just Misty Step.
He hasn't prepared it. But I will allow it if you want.
Wait, wait.
I have a bonus action. I can use Misty Step once.
Didn't you get Misty Step? Yeah, didn't you get Misty Step from
Yeah, I do.
Phase Step? That means it's
Ooh,
always prepared.
You have Fate touched, correct. Do it.
Yeah, it's always prepared for him, so he can
Yeah,
cast
yeah. It's a special one.
it. Yeah.
You do it. Just move anywhere you want. Boom. Graphics are amazing.
Now, you still have your movement.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Can I do something else?
You can do anything. You just use the bonus action, nothing else.
By the way, Toma,
Hmm?
because I didn't have time to use my action, can I actually spend it doing something?
Yeah, sure, tell me.
I want my mage hand to grab the lightning javelin,
Okay.
and it's just gonna. It's a hand. Can it throw it outside?
No.
Imagine it's right back.
It can barely lift it. It will have to drag it, and you can see the 30 feet where it goes.
Okay, so this is not a creature, so it can't be opportunity attack, can it?
No?
Then it's gonna try to run out here.
Okay. Dobby,
Just
what
make
are you
sure
doing?
it takes the most stuff.
And screwed.
Okay, so Dobby, you are you are focusing on taking you take a defensive stance. You move far away and you take a defensive stance. The Minotaurs,
Follow Dobby.
you are on the ground. No one raised. You are stable. You will get better on your own, but you are not. You cannot do anything. You are sleeping right now.
Sleeping on the job.
The skeletons, looking at the hand moving a javelin, one of them grabs it, and they all move back to their original positions.
Man.
Now he's holding a javelin of lightning instead of a great axe.
You mean the near dead one?
And you do not see them moving at all anymore. They retain their motionless stance.
My mage hand does the equivalent of a shrug and disappears.
Yep.
What one has a spear?
I mean, what do you mean?
Who pick it up?
This one.
For real.
You fuck beast. You lose your weapon.
I mean, play stupid game, win stupid prizes.
I want.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to wait until Beast recovers for 1 hour? Or
Oh, let's try to get that weapon back.
what do you want to do, Dobby?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
No. If you do that, Tarek will throw you off the cliff.
But what do I think, guys? Because I have an idea.
No, I don't trust your ideas. I wonder why.
What if we bait them out and then I blow them off with gust of wind?
And what if it fails?
Then we're screwed.
And if we do nothing, are we screwed?
Yes, we lost the spear of lightning.
Yes. Play stupid game, win stupid prizes.
Alright, so Zug Zug. You take a short rest. You may roll for it.
Yeah.
Wait, if they don't do anything, the enemies, I mean.
Wait, did the picture get changed? Because it's like.
Yeah. It's not, the other sheet is not working. Now you just click short rest below your hit dice.
Can we all take a
must here. Yeah, we can. I presume.
Where's my head? Where can I take a short rest?
No, you all can take actually short rest.
Yeah, but I can't see it anymore.
Below, go to your sheet, hit dice, 4 out of 4. You have a button, short rest below that.
Because it changed places somewhere. I just can't find it.
I told you where it is.
Oh, there.
I'm a dumbass, remember?
We know.
What the fuck?
Wait, where is it?
This was so painful for no reason. And I just want to reiterate to you guys. It literally says on the door that bad things happen if you
I
touch
wasn't
them.
here, so I didn't hear it.
No, but you weren't the one that activated it.
You can roll more than one hit dice.
Please do.
Fine. I mean, we need that though.
Do you want me to answer that question?
No, just please don't.
Dobby,
Okay.
look at the hit dice. It says 4 out of 4. Okay? Next to your hit points. Below that is a text saying S rest.
Oh, here. Okay, my bad. It got changed.
Alright, Beast used all his hit dice
Am I healing for 3? What is this shit?
because you rolled shit.
Yeah, you roll a d6 plus
Also,
1.
I'm using. Because I take a short rest.
Okay, you want a second back?
You can have 1 second level or 2 first level.
I mean, second one is better here. He only has one. Cool, I
Yeah.
fixed that. Now, don't you want more hit points back? You still have hit dice.
Nah. Okay, actually, I will just do it. And dude, this game hates me. Like, holy shit.
Alright, an hour has passed and you detect no movement inside the tomb.
Do you want a tip, Dobby? Just roll better. No, hit dices are always worth like equally much, because if you get more constitution, which will raise plus 3, you have more bonuses to rolling.
Alright, what do you want to do now? An hour has passed.
D12. And I'm using
Because-
D6.
Because when you level up, you gain a d6 more HP. He gains a d12 more HP
Oh, okay.
because he's playing that kind of class.
I see. Yeah, he also has like 10 times more HP then.
Which
Demos,
is why I told you needed con. Sorry.
Demos came back. I didn't find anything useful. What have you guys done?
Nothing useful. We lost the lightning spear.
We need your help to get the lightning spear back.
Oh no. No. You two fuckers are going in there to fix it if you demand to have it back.
Yeah, Demos looks at the situation and yeah, no. I don't want to kill myself.
You two made this problem. If you two insist on having it back, you go and solve it. If you die, you die.
Let me see.
Questions? Good.
I mean, Kira says it's unfortunate, but what can you do right now? You can't mess with the guardians of this. You can't mess with them.
Argus repeats his mantra. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Do you want to move to the next tomb?
I mean, doesn't matter, man. Don't buy weapons, so.
Alright, so what do you want to do? Do you want to move to the next tomb?
I kinda want my spear back, but at the same time, yeah.
Yeah. If you want it back, you're gonna need to go and get it.
Will you help us?
If I will
They-
help you.
Are they still like aggressive? Or are they like back in their dormant state?
They are on the dormant state, but they are defensive.
Are you asking this out loud so that my character can actually respond to that?
Sure.
Alright, if you go in there again, they are probably going to attack you. If you try to take the spear, they are definitely going to attack you.
Also, Zugzug, right now you are very exhausted. You have met death once and almost twice.
Yeah, sure.
Bye bye, sword.
Sad.
Arx rubbing it in.
Right now, Zugzug, you can move at half your speed. You are tired. You want to move? You all want to move to the next tomb?
Like, it's a really good spear for the early levels. The
Yeah,
higher
Kira
levels,
looks
the
at you.
more-
Levels?
Yes, levels of the prophecy.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
We're on the next zone, right?
No, do you want to move to the next room?
Oh no, because the creatures are coming from me now.
I can place them back.
No. Doesn't matter. It's physical. If he wants it, I will help.
I mean, there's no way for
Zigzag.
me. There's no way for me myself to get it back. I think.
I mean,
I'll
you can try a non-violent approach.
Yeah.
Wait, Tarek. What if we just use both mage hands so we can just grab it from that guy? Maybe our two mage hands are strong enough.
Green. I want to just tell you the strength of a mage hand
Yes,
you
I know
summon.
it's 10.
No, it's 2.
I mean, maybe they just let it fall, you know? Maybe.
They won't. If you want to get it back,
No, I want to
try
help.
making some
okay.
kind of. I'm speaking to both of you. Maybe try to, show some respect to them.
Shoot, I'll walk up to the thing, not armed at all. Like I leave my weapons outside.
I mean, you only have one weapon.
No, he has one simple javelin.
Yeah, he has two weapons, correct.
I leave my weapons outside.
Okay.
Look if they are hostile.
The moment you enter, all of them look at you.
Then I
Their weapons are raised, yeah.
Show your hands.
I
But
show
you're not
my-
hostile.
Yeah, I show my hands.
I walk up to you, by the way, and I give you. This is gonna hurt. I give you 10 platinum. Show them this, and point to the spear. Maybe they are willing to add some more treasure of coin to him.
There is no treasure on the room.
No, but we know there's probably in the tomb of some kind.
Do you know?
Oh,
Well, you can certainly try that.
we don't have any better ideas.
What are you
You can
doing,
try
Toby?
this. Or you can try to just show some respect. Either will probably help a lot. And I wish you good luck. Have fun.
Dobby, what are you doing with the message? Whom are you sending something? Okay. Zug Zug, what are you going to do?
Ta-da. I wrote it fast, so don't look at the language. I send that to the guy in the back with the spear.
You get... You don't see any response from him because he's just an animated skeleton, so...
Then I talk to the grave. Can I please have my weapons back?
You see no response, but they are grabbing their weapons with both hands.
And
Beg for forgiveness.
I sincerely apologize for attacking your great tomb or great warrior.
I go next to Zugzug and I join too. Because
You do not see any change in their in their attitude.
You know I'm a stupid minotaur.
You,
Please.
you don't see anything.
I say sorry too.
As I bow my head and dearly apologize.
You don't see any change in them. But please, what do you want to do?
I'll take one more step.
They do not move against you. But they still follow you with their eyes. The fiery orbs that are their eyes.
Okay, can I like
Pick up his battle axe that he dropped for the spear and give it to him.
yeah, I'll pick up his battle axe. I'll slowly walk to the
They follow you even with their weapons. Everyone is looking at you in this room.
hold the weapon in a way that you cannot strike them with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just hold it like a foot of your hands, like you offer it.
And now I offer it to this guy.
He does not move. He's still aiming at you with your spear.
I drop the great axe at his feet.
No change.
Can I please have my weapon back?
They do not seem to understand you.
It's happening.
I'm a Minotaur.
Are you saying this in Minotaurian? Or whatever it's called?
And I drop the 10 platinum coins. Also on the floor with the great axe. How do I drop this down?
You drop them on the floor. The Minotaur leaves the spear down and picks the coins up and places them around the sarcophagus on the head. Around the head of the woman that is inscribed there. Then he picks up his battle axe and returns to his position.
I pick up my lightning spear.
You are free to do that, from what you understand.
Grave.
What?
Bow to the grave, show your respect.
Yeah, I bow to the grave.
Learning manners 101 with Tariq.
And I slowly fuck off.
Very good.
Now, what did you learn?
Nothing.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem.
We need to do it again.
As I jokingly say, I throw my spear back now.
Lightning spear!
I'm jokingly saying it, jokingly.
I mean, right now it has no charge because you used it. You will have to wait a day for it to recharge.
Okay, let's go to back next one, guys. Let's go.
Alright, the next tomb. The inscription reads Cosmophobus, second oath son of Balmitria, son of Reason Phobus. But you see, actually you can't see, Kira and Loria do not enter this tomb, because inside the chamber, you see nothing. Everything seems to be covered in a sleek black substance that appears to be shifting and quivering. The only object you can clearly make out is a glass sarcophagus with the features of a man.
The grave's supposed to be moving.
The grave is not moving, the sarcophagus is not moving. The
Sorry,
walls.
The walls. Is
Ye-
the wall supposed to be moving?
Kira says, no.
Then why do they look like it?
Yeah, I mean, I would not enter this place. Something is off here.
Is it the Guardian or is it something defiling it, you think?
If it is in here, besides the... If it has passed the Guardian of the Necropolis, I mean, it most likely is supposed to be here. But I'm not familiar with that. Not with Cosmo, I just know, as it says, that he is the son of Reason Phobus. And in order to write Balmitria, I mean, that's weird, that I know nothing of him. But if he wrote Valmitria, then that means that he succeeded Sander as the leader of the Dragonlords. So...
But you don't know anything about him.
That's weird, isn't it?
Perhaps he had a very, very short reign.
Entirely possible. I mean, most of the focus on the war was about the five gods and the battle at the original Battle of Praxis, where most of the Dragonlords died, including Xander and the rest of the original ones.
Yeah, so maybe he perished soon afterwards. Maybe in some other big battle. Maybe Xander perished early in the battle and he took up the reins and led the rest of the fight. Just speculation.
That's entirely possible, but I really cannot offer any insight on that.
Either way, Zug, no, don't even think about it.
So Zag, do you want to enter, or do you want to move to the next tomb?
No, no, you do not want to enter. Trust me.
Maybe you just throw a firebolt at the fucking black shit.
Nope. Let's go next one.
Good, Dobby. Good. You learned. Take 1 hero point.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Is it Kira giving these out like fucking stars in
Exactly.
this room?
Exactly, that's how
You
she's
get a
giving it.
star today. You get a silver star. You did great.
Good job, Dobby. Good job.
I only remember giving you some white drugs.
Drugs?
Right.
The happy pills.
Ah, yeah. Good times. Alright,
Oh,
next tomb.
I'm the one getting drugged in public.
Next tomb is... The inscription reads, Myrto the Magnificent. Inside, you can see 2 identical clay statues of a handsome man standing on either side of a grey marble sarcophagus, which is carved with the same likeness, so that most likely this is Myrto. He can also be seen throughout the tomb's murals, which depict him as a man of immense wealth. You can see inlays of gold, silver, and precious stones glittering from the murals. Ah.
What can you tell us about him?
Myrto was the grandson of Adonis. He used his family wealth to bribe the other Dragonlords, so that he would be elected leader after the death of Cosmo.
I am unsure what I consider more heinous. The fact that this guy tried to bribe the other Dragonlord, or that the others seem to have accepted it.
I really don't know. It seems
They
to
both
be...
sound kinda bad.
There seem to be inconsistencies between what they should be, what they are remembered as, and what they actually were.
So the story has been romanticized a bit.
It's entirely possible, but we know that he used his intense... This is written that he used his... Maybe that is why Cosmo had a short reign, or most things aren't known about him.
No, I'm not accusing him of anything, but if they're willing to pay to take the reins democratically, maybe with force as well. Don't know.
Neither do I. But I guess we are going to find out more from the next tomb, if it is the one that I assume it is.
And that would be?
You are going to love it, he says.
He? Wait,
No,
hold on.
you are going to love it. So shall
Why
we
do I
continue,
feel
or
like
do you
we
want to...
know-
Or Zug Zug, do you want to enter and play with the statues?
No, I don't care about what I only like weapons.
Uh-huh. Fair, fair.
See, he's learning, Kira. Isn't it impressive? You
Almost
can learn old bulls new things.
Yeah. Good job, Beast. Next tomb. The tomb inscriptions.
Am I just an animal to you now? You call me a beast. Damn.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Yeah, we need to fix that. The next tomb says, Isador Horath. Death awaits any who would desecrate the great warrior within. The sarcophagus of this crypt depicts an athletic woman of regal bearing. Murals in the tomb show her competing in the foot races, javelin throwing, and other competitive games. Always at her side is a man in a cloak that very closely resembles the one worn by the lich that guards the necropolis.
Is it only me, or does it sort of look like the gatekeeper?
Yeah, that's Daemon.
That's Daemon?
Mm-hmm. Isador was the granddaughter of Sander, the first Dragonlord. Daemon served as her chief advisor when she ruled the Dragonlords. After she died, Daemon retreated from life in the city of Mitros and came to the necropolis to be its guardian, and particularly to watch over Isador.
So he chose to stay with her for the rest of the time.
Apparently.
In a way, that's noble.
Yeah, and I think this is one grave we do not want to mess up with. Because I can sense an alarm spell.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, I can already figure out who, what the guardian of this one is. Let's not.
I mean, Zug, that if we tamper with this in any way, the threat is not inside the tomb.
Oh.
But it is there, and she points at the bridges, at the figure. Which has actually, as you all watched him, he has turned his gaze to you,
Who has turned his gaze to me?
I give him
to
a
all of you.
nod.
The what?
He's looking at the party in front of the grave. Even on the distance, you can figure out that he's looking at all of you. Actually, this tomb is also made of glass. Let's actually make that. Yeah, let's out of glass. And you see the woman inside, the skeleton of the woman, is wearing a necklace, very expensive necklace, and 5 very expensive rings. Besides her body lies a staff, an ornate staff, definitely magical. Zug.
That's not up to me. I don't care about stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Let's fix it. We're gonna go to the next tomb.
Oh god, you're gonna make me fucking. No.
It's a very, very nice equipment. I assume she must have been quite powerful, no?
Not much is known besides what I told you, and what I can discern from the murals here on the grave.
I mean, maybe I could have offered my nice thunder spear instead of the staff, because this is a spear thrower, right? You said.
Yeah, those images seem to be like from the great games.
Should I try or?
I mean, Zug, this is up to you. You are certainly free to try.
It is your spear. Though I certainly wouldn't complain if we got our hands on a strong staff. I'm just uncertain if she would be willing to trade that. But if you're asking if you're gonna steal something, no.
I'm not stealing anything. I'm just asking, right? If she wants to trade.
Go ahead and ask her. She's always listening.
Why are we back here?
I mean, we'll go back there if there is a combat, but I prefer this image. So, do you want to enter the tomb and ask her?
I will, yeah, enter the tomb and ask her, but first ask politely.
Maybe not enter if there's an alarm spell. Maybe you should ask from a safe distance.
Yeah, I'll ask from a safe distance.
You do not hear any replies. You generally haven't heard any replies. I don't know what you are actually. The only semi-living thing was Telamok.
Telamok is
Yeah.
the guard, right? At the start?
No, it was the first dead person. The Guardian appears to be Daemon.
Oh.
I mean, Sug told us that they are always listening.
Fair, but they don't seem to be replying, says Kira.
I can believe you in that.
Still Zug Zug, yeah, go ahead.
Good luck, have fun. I'm staying out here.
So, Zug Zug, what are you doing?
Why are they never replying?
Maybe they don't like you. Maybe they can't. Who knows with those things?
Hear, but don't speak.
I mean, I'll just fuck off then. I guess she doesn't want to speak if she doesn't reply.
It's a woman. Let's begin with that.
You're
Alright.
really starting off high on the respect list. Just fuck off from him. It's like, it's a woman.
I mean, I'll just fuck off from her tomb.
Wanna go to the next tomb?
Sure.
The next tomb's description leads
Oh my
Lysis.
god, I was muted.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's fine. Let's go.
The next tomb inscription reads Lysis Archelander, the Mad King. The walls of this tomb display the brutal behavior of a king with a glint of madness in his eye. The main panel shows his downfall at the hands of the god, Pythor. At the center of the tomb is a black marble sarcophagus carved in his image.
Now, it didn't say anything about death awaiting whoever dare desecrate it. But I'm not touching shit.
A lot of tombs didn't mention that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the black floor one didn't mention it either.
Clearly, that's an invitation, you know.
I mean, I'm mad myself, so I entered. Fuck it.
Alright, you want to enter?
Uh-huh.
And? Do you want to open the sarcophagus?
Maybe first pay my respects.
No, how?
How? Don't know.
Okay, so you just say in the wind, I paint my respects.
Yes.
You walk in and say it, expecting that to be the solution.
Kira says that most likely inside the tomb are Lys's breastplate and shield. And she suggests that maybe don't walk around wearing those things in Astoria. Or near Pythor, for that matter.
Oh, yeah.
What caused Pythor to strike him down?
Lysis was the great grandson of Estor, and he was the last of the Archelander family to rule Astoria. They had ruled Astoria as kings for over a century, but Lysis proved to be a mad tyrant who stained the throne with wanton murder and torture. Pythor, unable to stand by and watch, overthrew him and took the throne.
I don't want the Mad King's weapon by.
Wow, that's a very, very grown-up thing of you to say. I'm very proud of your progress.
Yeah, I mean,
Coming along great.
take also another hero point. Good job, Zug Zug. You are learning.
Yay.
You have almost met death twice, so that's a good progress. You want to move to the next tomb? Ochos Alcherander, Oathsworn of Hexia. A bronze statue of a man stands watch over this tomb. The murals on the walls of this tomb depict the man leading an army of hoplites in several clashes against the centaurs on the grasslands on the north of the Archelon River. The man is shown wearing a simple bronze breastplate, and his sarcophagus is entirely unadorned, a very plain one.
This guy seems to have been, what to say, not going for the style, instead function.
Yeah, Kira says. Ojos, it might be another of the Archelander family, like Deimos, but he was a soldier rather than a king.
He took pride in it, I assume, from the...
I don't know, but there are many exploits on him leading armies against the centaurs during the First War.
Tarek nods. I can see that.
So maybe, I mean, his gear might be useful to you guys. He was a soldier after all.
And you believe it would be safe to take it?
Probably not.
I don't see any inscription, death awaits, so maybe it's not consecrated. I mean, but still, it's up to you.
Does that mean it's a good idea just because it doesn't say that? Do they need to say that if it's blessed by the gods?
I mean, I don't know how gods work, but based on the names and what I have seen, it sounds reasonable, to me at least. Now, if you want to risk it, maybe this is the best grave to do it. The other ones were most likely vain or pretenders. But this one was a soldier, maybe there is something actually useful on his tomb. But that statue behind him worries me a little bit. I can sense some faint magic energy coming from it.
It's 100% coming to life, let's be real here. I read enough storybooks to know that.
Yeah,
Like, you know it as well.
yeah, Kira agrees, yeah. Most likely it is.
The question is it worth the risk? Because if he actually has good shit, it's tempting.
Who knows?
I looked to Beast. He was probably a melee warrior, so it's fully up to you if you want to take.
I mean,
a
you see,
risk.
you see him on,
Tarek, you're suggesting I try? Okay, I go.
you see on the murals what he had on him. You see a very nice breastplate, sturdy, strong. Doesn't seem to be mithril, but I mean, it's a drawing, so who knows? And he was handing a simple bronze sword and a shield. Ornate, of course, but you can't say more from the painting.
So you guys want me to enter and check?
I mean, if you feel like you're comfortable with it.
The statue is huge, the bronze statue. It takes pretty much most of the room behind him.
But yeah, the statue will 100% come to life and try to hit you. Like, unironically, it 100% will.
We used to it already, right?
I mean, it seems you want me to enter though.
Yeah, actually, kinda, yeah.
Well,
I knew it already.
sure, I'll enter then.
Like, the amount of bullshitting, I'm not even gonna try.
Okay, let's see. You're back here.
I mean, if Tarek is supporting it, I'm going in.
With supporting, I mean, I actually stand within sight of it this time. I'm not going in there.
Why am I creeped out?
We've already put you as down as dead. So just planning ahead. We don't know which fight is gonna happen yet, but we know you're gonna die soon. Again. Yeah, you know it. Come on.
Okay, so do you want to try it? Let me give you a better idea of what is there.
Yeah, that looks like a really big giant.
It's a very big statue. Made from bronze. I mean, yeah. Do you want to still do it, Beast?
Do it. Go for it.
Demo says I have a bad feeling of this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like we already know what's gonna happen.
But director supported us, so this time we can do it.
I mean, Kira says, have you ever seen a person come back from death 3 times? I will be actually impressed if he can, if he will be able to lift his sword after that.
I
can also
haven't.
support, so.
Yeah, let's
Not
see.
yet.
Go
But
for
it's
it,
only
Beast.
Cat has 9 lives. So
Have you ever seen one use up all 9?
yes.
Or have you just seen them lose up their final one?
Alright, so Beast, you are standing at the door. What are you going to do? Beast?
Beast is currently preoccupied. I cannot take your call right now. Please come back at a later time.
Why did the music change?
No, no reason.
Why did the music change?
It's the feeling that comes out of this place as you enter.
I slowly take one more step, looking if the statue moves.
Yeah, the statue doesn't move at all.
Yeah.
They inspect the statue from afar.
Yes, certainly. It's a large, huge, someone could say, but large, yeah, large for D&D. Statue of a warrior, looking like the person you see around you and on the sarcophagus, made of bronze. It's a mighty statue. It's holding a huge sword on his hands.
It's going to punch you. So I'm just building up some.
And its mouth is open. You see on the place where a mouth would be, you see a pipe coming out. So his mouth is pretty much open.
What is that for, the motto?
Who knows?
Taking a wild guess looking at it, I expect it to breathe fire on you.
Oh.
Do you want to touch the grave? Sarcophagus?
I'll touch the golem first.
You touch the golem and you find out it's heavy and sturdy, but it doesn't do anything to you.
Okay.
Yet.
Very brave of you to assume it to be a golem. We don't know if it's alive.
And I open the sarcophagus from here
Alright.
at a safe distance.
The moment you open the sarcophagus, you lay your even hands on it.
Starts moving. Oh no.
No, it doesn't move.
Oh.
I can smell burnt. I can smell burnt cow from over here.
You notice
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's poison!
Excuse me, 21 damage?
That was like a woman voice. No joke.
and the golem starts moving. You notice a poisonous fume coming out from its mouth. That hits you. You avoid most of it, but you are able to duck behind the sarcophagus for cover with your dexterity and your danger sense. But you are badly injured. And the golem starts moving.
Alright,
It draws
need to dispose of that.
It draws its sword.
Throws its sword. What the fuck?
What are you going to do, Zug Zug?
Oh man.
If only we had a lightning spear now.
We have a lightning spear.
That
You can't
work.
use it.
Oh man.
Or maybe like our conversations are more than like 2 hours, right? So it's like
Yeah, but we
maybe
need 24 hours.
20
We need to talk for another 5 minutes.
Zug Zug, you see the golem will start moving at you soon. What are you going to do?
I'll go Zug Zug mode.
Alright, you use your final rage. Do you want to move and attack him?
No, I'm not
Takes a
moving
shot.
at all. I'm just throwing the spear at him.
Okay, you throw the spear, but
Oh wait, but no, I can't, right? I used that already. Don't.
yeah, I mean, you only do 1d6 plus 4. You only do. You see that the moment you hit it, Only because it's magical, the spear. It actually hurts the creature.
Oh god.
Can I also do stuff, or is it first the other creature?
Oh, sure. Do something if you want from here.
I mean, does it still do 19 damage? Because it's only
No.
the 13 that's the part of the lightning part, no?
Yeah, it did damage.
Oh, he's barely injured.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I believe it's time to,
Okay, Dobby, are you going to do something? Because the statue is going to do something.
Oh, we're not playing with initiative?
No, I mean, you are 3, you play. Decide what you're going to do. Okay, Dobby. You tried to do psychic damage to the statue. You didn't even target it, but let me save you that. Let me save you
I
that.
clicked on it.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I know why now.
it does nothing.
Does he succeed the save?
It does nothing.
Okay, interesting. That's psychic damage with damage. I guess not.
Psychic
it's
damage inflicts pain if you read the spell. It's a brain damage. The golem appears to not have any brains. Tarek,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's your brother.
So, I assume Mind Whip wouldn't work either then.
I mean,
It
you are.
doesn't
Mine's like broken.
specify it needs to take the dam. It just needs to fail the saving throw.
You are safe to do it. You may certainly try.
I don't believe in that idea. I'm instead gonna go ahead and click him. I do not know how to multi-target anymore.
Shift.
And after I click oss 3, I will click on bless.
Okay. Do it.
You're already concentrating on guidance. Oh,
I mean,
sure.
yeah, fair.
I believe that.
Did you actually use bless?
Only
Yeah.
on beast.
No, I cast it on all 3 of us. I have all 3 of us targeted.
Wait, is this combat already or?
Yeah, it is. You all got the first turn, and now
Oh.
now this is going to do something.
And I'm gonna tell. Is it Deimos? Because he's the only one.
Yeah, he is.
Deimos, do something. I use Voice of Authority.
Okay, I need to fix bless.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Because nobody has bless.
I'm actually just playing Ash from Overwatch.
Wait,
Deimos, do something. Yeah, Bob, do something.
Oh, like that.
Okay, let's see if it works.
I think
Deimos draws out his bow, and he attacks the golem. Misses once. The second one hits it, but you see that the arrow just brushes off his surface.
He can sneak attack, can't he? Because he has no allies near.
No, he can't.
Can't?
No.
Okay.
Because sneak attack is basically attacking harder than the damage with a weapon.
Alright, sure.
But he has no weapon that is effective against the golem. So the golem now
The
moves
golem is immune to non-magic.
move closer to Zug Zug.
Also, I am missing some features.
What are you missing?
Meta magic options.
Have you placed them on your sheet?
Let me double check on D&D Beyond. Keep going meanwhile. Don't mind me.
I mean, let me just do something here.
If I haven't placed them there, I cannot deserve it.
Let me re-import either way, so. Okay. Zug Zug. The sword comes down on you.
I haven't chosen it.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Wait, you're still alive? How?
Because he's raging. But also, the sword comes on you twice.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wait, you're not dead?
Next turn. Zug Zug, what do you want to do?
I want Tommy to, I want Tommy to teleport me out.
I mean,
You
you
can't disengage.
you
and
can't
move away.
disengage.
I want to break free.
Disengage, just move outside.
What?
Disengage is an action where the enemy can't take opportunity attacks, and you can just move.
And how do I do that?
You just tell me, and you move.
I disengage.
Okay, move.
What was it?
The moment you move outside, the golem goes back to its place, and his eyes
Now,
Eyes do what?
are dormant again.
can I ask you a question, Zug?
No.
Okay.
I mean, just ask.
We knew that thing was gonna attack us.
Yeah,
What-
but
Why didn't you just hit it first?
I did hit it first.
No, you walked and opened the coffin, letting it just puke on you.
Oh, yeah.
You could have prevented this whole puking part.
Yeah. I mean, you can try next time.
Alright, so what do you want to do?
Anyways,
Did the health go down actually from that creature? Or
No.
golem slash-
Slightly, because of the javelin that's somewhere there.
speaking of javelin,
Wait, where is your javelin?
Somewhere around here.
Mage Hand, I summon thee. Maybe this time he will just let it go.
I will also.
You use your mage's hand, you actually retrieve the weapon.
Okay.
Now, if I see you throw this fucking stick away again, I am personally disposing of it down a ravine.
Alright, Zug Zug is near death right now. Literally by a hair. But you don't have any other dice. You can't rest. Do you want to move to the next tomb?
Yes.
It's up to you. It's up to you guys. I don't care anymore.
You've already given up?
The next tomb says Dorion New Dragon. You see that soot darkness. The floor and the walls of this tomb are covered in soot. In the center, I will explain. It's imagine you explode someone. The black ash, where in the comics, when someone explodes, you can only see their outline. The rest is black. As if you have burned something. Soot. SOOT. In the middle, you see a Nonat sarcophagus, which is carved with the likeness of a young man, and its lid has been left slightly ajar. In the ash on the floor, on the soot, you can see footprints that suggest that this crypt has been visited in the recent past.
I think I know what happened here.
Tell us.
The grave robber, the guy.
Yes. He probably stole from this tomb.
We still.
How about this? I look at Beast for a second, like, no, we're not sending in you again.
No, it's fine. Let's go to the next one.
No, I'm actually gonna walk into this tomb.
Yeah, Demos walks with you, and by investigating around, he correctly discerns that this was a fire trap. He can see the outcomes of the pipes, but it's no longer operational, obviously.
Yeah, and I am going to firstly probably just peer into the open lid.
You see a body of a finely dressed person. It's only bones. Most likely a noble, a merchant, not a warrior at all. But its head is missing. And you see no other treasure in the sarcophagus.
I'll look around the room to see if I can see the head itself.
You don't see it.
And we haven't seen it on the way up.
No.
I will just close the lid
Cool.
to show some kind of respect at least.
Fair. Anyone else want to do anything else?
I wanna look around for the head.
You can't find it.
At all?
For head?
No, no, no.
No head for you.
For you. I was thinking the same thing.
Alright, next tomb.
Yeah.
Gregor
That's
Horath, Oathsorn of Jezebel. This crypt is empty and has no sarcophagus. The murals and painted ceiling tell the story of a young man traversing the islands and waters of Thylea. The man, however, is absent from the final panel. It simply shows a grieving woman looking across a stormy sea from a palace balcony.
Kira, did he die at sea to Sidon storms?
I honestly don't know. I know because he's a Horath that his body was never found. And this, although this tomb was prepared, it has always been empty. No one knows what happened to him.
Is there a chance that they don't die of old age?
What do you mean?
That the Dragonlords don't need to deal with old age.
No, most of them, I mean, were not mortals. All of them were mortals, not most of them.
I'm just thinking, I know how things like elves and such tends to live very, very long. Is there a chance he's alive?
Entirely possible, but there is no record of him having ever been found. He's assumed dead at sea. He was an explorer.
Maybe he doesn't want to be found.
Who knows? That's a theory as good as any.
That's an interesting one.
As you move towards the next tomb, Kira says, this is for you, Tariq.
What?
Nicholas Phobos, blessed of Sidon. This tomb is in good condition compared to most of the others. The murals are bright and the paint has not even completely faded yet. The images adorning the walls and sarcophagus depict a man who is equal parts sailor and king. He wears a breastplate adorned with a Maelstrom wheel and the Eye of Sidon.
How did he side with Sidon and earn a place here?
Kira lets a sigh out. Nicholas is said to be the very last of the Dragonlords. He ruled and died 1 century ago, though the order had long been corrupted at that point, from what it seems. In his lifetime, Nicholas swore fealty to Sidon as a symbolic gesture of peace, earning the blessing of the Titan. In fact, the Order of Sidon has modeled themselves after him. Because you also see that the same breastplates were worn, for example, by Gaius, the symbol of Sidon engraved, and the people you killed on the temple of the Oracle. Most of them remind his way of dressing.
Heal is such a strong word. Let's just say displaced.
Fair. You displaced their heads from their bodies and their souls from the bodies.
Correct. But that's interesting. So he was a sailor.
Yeah.
And he could... Was it stormy weather back then as well?
I don't know. But I mean, he has his blessing, so sailors usually side with Sidon for the seas. But him also being the last of the Dragonlords, this is a very weird one. I know this was the end of the actual Dragonlords of the Order.
Do you believe there's any way for us to gain the blessing of Sidon?
you could ask at the Temple of Sidon at Mitros when we go there. But as you have seen, it's not like he's very
fond of us.
fond of anyone at this point. I mean, the oath is approaching this end, so they are preparing for battle. But, I mean, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. But the person that most suited for that would be someone at the Temple of Sidon.
I'm just thinking if it would let us be able to cross the ocean.
That's a good question.
Robin.
Pretty useful.
But let me remind you that you are prophesied to stop him and his sister. I don't know how much stock he puts in prophecies, but... What do you want to do with this tomb?
Nothing. Just leave it like it is.
Dobby.
In the pictures, what was he holding, did you say?
Weapons. I mean, he was a soldier.
Okay.
What kind of weapon?
Sword, shield, normal things.
What were you gonna say to Dobby there?
Dobby, you feel that the sarcophagus is protected by magic.
Can I check what kind of magic?
Displacement magic. And I said it because I don't know if it's abjuration or latilation, but whatever.
Oh, no. What you said was way better.
Mm-hmm.
You gave us so much more information.
So, Zug, do you want to touch it?
I'll leave that to Tarek.
Tarek, do you want to touch it?
I leave that to Dobby.
Dobby, do you want to touch it? It might be a fun experience.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Do you want to touch it?
Let's go.
You touch it. Okay, let's do it.
I had to literally mute myself for a second there.
Let's see if you can actually do it. Charisma saving. Oh, you have 9 charisma. Get fucked. Saving throw. Yeah, 11. You touch it, and the 5 of you, you see Dobby disappearing. Dobby, you open your eyes, and you are in a room that you have seen in a vision. Do you remember in the beginning when the Oracle showed you her initial vision of the 2 titans conversing in a tall, imposing tower in the middle of the ocean? And there was a throne room with the map of Thylea on the ground?
I remember small parts of it, yes.
You are in that room. In front of you, there are 2 empty thrones, one across the other. You realize that this play as the praxis. You are in the throne room. And as you turn around, you see that the bigger throne is not empty. In front of you, you see Sidon.
Hey, how you doing?
Interesting, he says. What are you? Are you a clown? Are you a jester? Are you a house elf? How did you find yourself here? Full small creature.
I touched something.
Do you usually touch stuff?
Most time, yeah.
What is your name, creature?
I am Dobby.
You wouldn't.
Have no self-preservation.
You wouldn't happen to be one of the chosen heroes of the Oracle, would you?
Maybe.
Maybe. And maybe I will smite you exactly where you are.
You have no sense of self-preservation. At all.
On his hands, you see a lightning. He grabs a lightning. He creates energy that seems like a lightning.
Maybe don't do anything. I'm not hostile.
And he throws it at you. But a second before it hits you, you are teleported back here. Down on the floor. So the rest of you just see Dobby appearing in front of you again. With his ass on the floor. On the floor.
What happened? You just disappeared.
I saw Titan. It two speared me,
What?
basically.
What?
Just a quick question.
Hmm?
What if I touch it again? Do I go back?
You can certainly try it.
Do I go back in time so I get hit by the spear, or do I just?
You can
teleport there?
certainly try it. You don't know.
Ah, fuck it. I touch it again.
You are back on the throne room. And this time Sidon is both amused and infuriated by you. Without even talking, he throws another spear at you. And you are dead. As lightning pierces your body, you feel the breath leaving your lungs. You can literally see your soul leaving your body. Dobby is dead.
You fucking what? Green, what the fuck are you doing?
Around you, Dobby, you only see darkness. You see the image of a woman holding a baby in the distance.
Can I walk to her?
Yeah?
I'm walking towards the woman.
As you walk towards her, she turns
Father,
back.
I'm back.
She turns back to look at you.
I wave at her.
Her eyes are bloody. She dissolves. She actually is on fire. She's immolated with her baby in her hands. And she turns in front of you into us. Another, you hear laughter. A woman's laughter. You have heard it before, once again, when you died at the Temple of the Oracle. Do you remember what she told you then?
No clue, actually.
She told you two. Now, you hear the same voice whispering, one. And you open your eyes. And you look at all the people who are here. You all are around your body. Which was teleported back here again.
In one piece?
He was badly burned, but as the soul returned back to his body, he regained one of his features. I mean, he has way more scars right now, of course.
Did you touch it again?
Maybe.
Maybe you should try once more. Third time's is a charm.
No,
Yeah,
don't
what?
encourage him. He's dumb enough to do it.
I wanted to do it, like, maybe it won't attack me this time, you know?
Pussy.
What makes you think he wouldn't attack you again?
Who knows?
No. I'm asking you. What made you think he would go? The
Because he
guy
said
is destined
he's
to kill
also-
me.
He's also laughing, so maybe he thinks I'm
Yes,
big
at
chat.
your stupidity.
I mean, you can touch it like third time's a charm, right?
Kira says, most likely this grave is protected by Sidon, if that's what happened. And he knows you desecrated the tomb of his protected one. I would not touch it again. But you say you were hit by a lightning bolt, and your body here arrived, and it was burned. You were completely dead. What happened?
I, when the weird woman with the baby, and she had
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
maybe you should touch again.
Let me remind you, on your first dream, you saw a man holding a baby that was killed by a woman.
Wait, I didn't hear that though. What?
This was on the first death
Oh, you mean like
on the Temple of the Oracle back then, when the soldier killed you.
Yes, yes, that I remember.
You saw a man dying, holding a baby. Now you saw a woman dying, holding a baby.
Maybe they were my parents.
Next time it's gonna be you holding a baby. Dying. I just wanna say, I've played D&D for about 4 years. In total, I've had, I think, 1 player death. We have, in about 15 sessions, had 3.
We're pretty good at it.
Alright, Kira says. That's the end of the small tombs. Are you in any condition to continue fighting, or do you maybe? But
I mean, Kira, I feel like it's been very, very good for these two to explore these tombs. They've learned so much, like to not touch things.
Yeah, true.
did they though, Tarek?
We learned a little bit.
Well, I mean, apparently Dobby is some kind of cat because he seems to always come back when he's dead. And Sug, I mean, you look like you haven't slept for 4 days and you've been awake for about 4 hours. So maybe they haven't learned too much, but it's a step in the right direction.
Dimitria
Right.
said that Dobby is cursed, and I can also feel a strong curse on him. But only, as Dimitria said, the Fates can know something more, because I cannot see anything else. And if Versi could not see anything else, then perhaps Dimitria was right, and only the Fates know more about what plagues this bad luck for Dobby.
You know, I think I've come up with an idea for what the bad luck might be.
Hmm?
The person behind it.
Stupidity. This doesn't feel like luck. You don't touch something, almost die, and decide, maybe I should do it again. That's not bad luck.
At least I didn't touch it again.
That's not an achievement.
Alright.
Rats learn faster.
In front of you, only 2 things remain in this place. The Grand Mausoleum, the massive tomb you saw from far away, and the larger tomb than the others, which is more ornate. But first, let's go to the massive tomb, which is closer to you.
I assume the larger tomb is Sanon's, what's his name?
It might very well be, but let's go to the huge tomb, the massive tomb. This massive tomb dwarfs all the others in the necropolis. It's pretty much a huge mausoleum. It's a pristine white marble mausoleum, which is supported by immense serpentine pillars. As you draw closer, you realize that these pillars are actually statues that have been carved in the shape of dragons. This is by far the largest tomb you have seen in the necropolis.
Is this the tomb of their dragons?
As you approach, you see. Kirat says that no one knows what it is. It's a burial place of a dragon. No one has seen inside. Some even believe that it houses a passageway to the underworld. Throw me an investigation.
Can I use guidance?
Yeah, sure.
And I assume that Dobby is exhausted.
Correct.
Oh, that's blessed. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, bless works now though.
Yeah. I didn't want blessed though. I'm adding that spell slot back.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Alright. Throw an investigation. Whoever wants to investigate.
Wow!
Dobby! proving why he's the smart one of the group, the investigator of the group, the intelligence investigator of the group. Dobby, unlike most of the art in the necropolis you have seen so far, the mosaics that line the walls and ceilings here are pristine, almost new in appearance. The panel closest to the entrance depicts majestic dragons soaring through the heavens. A formidable human warrior is mounted on each dragon. You can understand, with the help of Kira also, that this is a depiction of when the Dragonlords first came to Thylea. The next mosaic is by the verdant coast of Thylea. While a flight of colored dragons remains aloft, the silver dragon is shown making landfall on this new continent. Her rider greets a haggard-looking group of humans on the shore. Subsequent mosaics show human civilization on the continent blossoming from tiny towns to great walled cities under the leadership of the Dragonlords. Basically, this is the tomb of Valmitria, the silver dragon that sacrificed itself. And was killed, actually, not sacrificed. It was killed on the Battle of Praxis. But it seems to be the leader of the Dragonflights. The one ridden by none other than Xander, the first Dragonlord. And with your investigation, I can tell you that if you examine the flights of dragon on the mosaic, you can see at least 5 bronze, 1 bigger. And in total, you can see 10 dragons. 1 big silver, 1 big bronze, 4 small bronze, 2 brass, 1 copper, and 1 green. At the center of the mausoleum, you all see a huge marble block that rests. This is where the body of Balmitria is interred. The block is like 20 feet long, 20 feet wide, and 10 feet high.
Dragons are big.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know what you know about this point. I've not been too impressed recently.
You all stand in silence, are being drawn aback by the grandeur, by the grand marble block. And the size of the mausoleum and the detail of the paintings.
So what do we other figure out at this point? Because I assume he doesn't say too much.
Who? You figure out what?
Green. I assume he isn't saying too much of what he's seeing.
Oh.
So what do we others figure out?
Oh, you guys. I forgot. You guys can understand.
I mean, we're all piss poor. We probably don't understand shit.
Yeah, and I suck at explaining, so it's amazing.
So you tell them nothing, pretty much.
The only thing I remember.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I mean,
fucking god.
I mean, if you play TFT while this, yeah, you won't remember shit.
I'm not doing anything. It's just open. That's all.
It says just
All right,
16
you can-
seconds into a game.
You can assume that all of you understood what.
Okay.
My leak is just open.
And now, you approach the entrance.
Tama,
Hmm?
did you want to go at 16?
No, I still have some time. I mean, we are going to stop here at the entrance.
Okay.
It's only back for me.
Yeah, because I haven't placed you here.
Oh my god, it's black. 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 Oh my god, it's black.
This white marble tomb is carved into the side of the mountain like the other ones, but it's way bigger. It's sheltered by an imposing portico of weathered columns. The entrance of the sepulchre is blocked by a heavy chiseled slab, flanked by two statues of sitting lions. I didn't have that. The center of the slab is fitted with an insert of bronze handle. The pediment above the tomb is engraved with Xander Uorath, first of his order. Amidst intricate vines and laurel leaves.
Should we maybe take a long rest before going through the door?
Certainly. But as you can see in front of you, there are 4 lesser tombs adjacent to the entrance.
And one of them is not on fire. Light it up.
Oh, I
Light the
haven't.
torch.
I didn't put the torch there. Fuck. I forgot it.
It's fine, we will do it for you.
Wait, was it a mistake or?
No mistake. Completely mistake. Yeah, sure. Certainly.
Okay.
But as we discuss this, I'm going to give it to you without actually doing something. There are names inscribed on the tombs. And I'm happy you found out about this. This
What?
one is Aetius. This one is Pericles. And this one is Eustace. The last tomb is unlabeled and empty. This is why there is no lighting there.
Okay.
There is no label.
I see.
And you can see by the tiny sliver that it's empty.
Damn.
Kira? Who are these people?
I mean, those were the. Based on the 3 names, those were the closest companions and confidants of Xander
And why is the fourth
and
one
friends.
unnamed?
She looks at you. This should belong to Daemon.
Oh.
But apparently he chose another fate.
He chose to guard instead of rest.
That's sad and noble at the same time.
Tarek nods.
Daemon is the one at the front of the Telamos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think it's a very good place for you to rest. Unless you want to open the door.
No.
No.
A long rest.
This seems to be like a good place to come here. You see only 2 entrances and you don't feel any kind of threat. So yeah, everyone take a long rest.
Yay.
June 21. 21 days have passed since you embarked on this adventure.
We're living the life.
Let's see. Long rest, long rest. Ooh.
How do you
Beast.
how do you recover -5 hit points?
Minus? What do you mean minus?
I know why.
What -5?
I recover -5 hit points.
Ah,
And it makes
because it
sense.
was. Yeah.
Wait, what is that thing on my screen?
And what did you say,
Oh,
Tama?
exhaustion.
What the exhaust?
Yeah.
Don't they still have 1 level of exhaustion?
Dobby hasn't because he slept.
Yeah.
And Beast, from being very exhausted, aka exhaustion 2, he
Yeah.
now has exhaustion 1.
Yeah.
Wait, you had exhaustion too?
I died twice.
Yeah, he went down twice.
Oh yeah, he did.
And now the party
I forgot that it works like that.
is ready to explore. You are ready to go inside the tomb of Xander, the first Dragonlord, and fulfill your prophecy by recovering his armaments.
We're gonna see the ghost of every single guy we try to rob on the way up here. And it's gonna be the guards.
I mean, technically we didn't take anything.
I said. So pretty much every single one.
But this is a story for next time.
Also, I just think I suck at remembering something. You will just tell me.
And you might be hearing actually footsteps coming behind you.
I wanna leave. No.
You know though that if someone is in here, he's meant to be here, because Daemon wouldn't allow anyone to pass.
And I would assume Damon to be quite fucking powerful as well.
Or
That's a
maybe-
very good assumption.
Or maybe it's Mogrim's character.
Oh yeah.
That's
should
a
I
even
go
better
DM
assumption.
him?
Yeah, DM him. And we will find out what happens next time.